Okay, this, yep, there we go. And then unboxing is that one. Great. Woke up a little late. Well, I was trying to get some, I don't know, I was trying to get some fucking training in. You know, there's this classic hand-eye coordination with making sure my reaction time is up there, which is good, but I'm gonna have to test all of that out on a game, which is probably a shooting game. Make sure I can shoot good. I'm average. Let's see, we got that, we got this, we got this. Oh yeah, we have this one. We gotta go save this. Okay, I gotta save that. Cool. I'll put this somewhere where I can find it. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It is 11:30. I think I got started at 11. You know, gotta do normal human stuff. Today's live chat will focus on the Halo hype. I'm interested in the Halo hype because it was magical when I first saw it. That even I was playing Halo, even though I didn't have an Xbox. You know, after school, my 12th grade year, I had a friend that was right across the street from me, and he had an original Xbox. This was, obviously when I was making my transition from handheld to console. So that was 2005, 2006. I had a PSP at the time, and then of course, about 2 years later, I had enough money from the job, from my very first job, to get a PS3. So, as far as consoles are concerned, I was playing the Xbox almost every day after school. And I do believe I was playing what was Halo 2. I think it was Halo 2 we were playing on his original Xbox. And then, of course, I played 3 when it came out on my cousin's 360. It's not just playing the game. It's more of the hype around it. You saw long lines. You saw it being televised from New York City, from the launch events. It was honest to God spectacle. And you don't see shit like that. We will never see anything like that with the corona shit looming around us. Let me see. Okay, just making sure the chat is up. So yeah, I think that it's a real question, because even though this with the social distancing, you won't see long lines. With Game Pass, obviously that's another factor why you won't see any historic long lines. Um, but just the state of Xbox right now, I don't see them actually having a big reception. Now, PlayStation, on the other hand, games that didn't get the biggest reception last gen, these games that made a second or third appearance this gen, and they got a huge reception. I believe that they milked the shit out of Ratchet and Clank. It's not that I didn't like Ratchet and Clank, I just felt that we got more Ratchet and Clank probably than any other game close to God of War last gen. If you remember, they eventually did a remaster to the PSP games. So we had God of War 1, 2 that were remastered. We had 3 last gen. We had Ascension, and then they remastered the 2 PS. We had a lot of God of War. So that's 6. That's 6 God of Wars. And I think we had more than 6 Ratchet and Clanks last gen. So I was happy when we only got 1, and that 1 Ratchet and Clank was very well done. Then the same thing happened with God of War. We didn't get 6. We only got 1 God of War. Again, very well done. Very high reception. The Last of Us, we didn't get a 1.5, if you want to say that, with the Left Behind. The reception was amazing. We only got 1.5 Infamous games last year, and we got 2.5. I think the reception from Infamous was pretty good, and I think it was really well done, like with the graphics and stuff. Wasn't a big fan of the character, and because of that, the story didn't really resonate with me. A lot of people wanted Cole. I was one of those people that obviously grew up playing that game and playing with Cole, so I wanted Cole back. But I like that this generation wasn't about milking familiar faces. It was about getting some new IPs in there, like Horizon, like Bloodborne, which nobody would have thought we would have got Bloodborne after, Dark Souls came out and obviously was a multi-platform title, but we still got it. So I was really excited about what PlayStation did this gen, and the reception that these games have gotten comparable to how Halo 2 and 3 was received, even 4. But I don't think we're going to get that. Not for Halo Infinite. A lot of people I feel they're overhyping the situation, and I just don't think it's that way anymore. Again, that could be me. That can 100% be me, but I'm just getting a general feeling from everybody in the community, everybody in the industry, that I don't think people give a fuck about Halo Infinite the way that the Xbox fanboys believe that they care about it, which would probably not have a good turnout in terms of sales and people streaming it. Again, I believe probably one of the most confusing things going on that I've saw over the last week is they're still supporting Halo, the Halo Master Chief Collection. I thought all the games had already been released for the Xbox version. I don't know how that shit goes because I'm not on Xbox. So somebody will have to break that down. Maybe Fatal. Who knows? I'm going to actually hop in a Discord, see if somebody can help me out with that shit. But yeah, long story short, it seems like there's, at least for the PC, Halo 3 just got announced. It's coming out this month. That's a part of the Halo Master Chief Collection. Again, you're giving out the best Halo games. The multiplayer is there also. So why would they go for Infinite if they know the older Halos are their favorite Halos and nothing can replace that? Every attempt they had on that kind of failed. Halo 2 and 3 are among the best Halo games out there. If you believe Halo Infinite is going to beat The Last of Us Part 2 in hype or anything, well, you might want to check yourself. Because if you're saying that Halo Infinite is going to be bigger than The Last of Us Part 2, you're basically saying that Halo Infinite is better than Part 2 and Part 3 of Halo. And I don't see that shit happening. I don't see that shit having an effect on the community like that. Is anybody in the chat? I don't see anybody talking. I know I took a while to get started. Let me see. Cyber Dragon was here. Enzo, Dom P. What's going on? He said he's been Cyber Dragon's been streaming Control, having a blast playing the game. You going for the plat, Cyber Dragon? Speaking of plat, I should get started on one of these games. I mean, I made progress last night getting a fucking trophy I didn't think I was gonna get. It was a silver. Okay, I might switch on over. Hold on, I might switch on over. Where is... Twitch Red. Oh, there we go. That was yesterday's. What's going on, Cyber Dragon? Yeah, I know I started late. But obviously I needed a fucking good shower, man. It's fucking hot out there yesterday. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh no. Might play a little bit more Judgment today. But yeah, I also wanted to factor in one major thing. Where is it? Now, I don't like playing this game because it's so confusing. With all the other dumb shit that I got to play. But, yeah, Destiny 2, right? Destiny 2, I believe, took a good majority of the Halo community over the last 6 years. And it's by the Bungie that the Halo fans know and love. And this is a free-to-play game now, at least Destiny 2. They have a pretty lengthy roadmap going into next gen. I don't know if if that's gonna also affect Halo Infinite. There are so many different factors. Whether you're talking about The Last of Us, which the multiplayer should be up and running in the next couple months. I'm hoping we should see something from The Last of Us multiplayer in the next 2 months. Destiny 2 would hurt it. Call of Duty would hurt it. And I'm talking about this one, the Call of Duty that's free to play, that's been out for a while now. So these are games that could hurt it. A new Call of Duty could hurt the chances of Halo hitting the numbers that they feel are healthy. I just don't see Halo doing what it used to do. I can't see that. I'm not a Halo hater. I just think that the fans over on the Xbox side, they rely so heavily on it, and I think it's very dangerous. It's just like when I come across a PlayStation fan that heavily relies on getting a new God of War after we just got a God of War, and I'm letting these guys know we're not Xbox fans. We don't need Sony to continuously milk one franchise. Let them, rest. Let them come up with new ideas, and out of that, maybe they will give us a new IP. Most of the time, we have been getting great new IPs that have been very successful, including Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man is a new IP. It might be a familiar face to a lot of people, but that is a brand new Spider-Man that nobody has ever saw before. And it's exclusive to PlayStation. So out of that, we got a new Spider-Man for next gen. But Insomniac was working on Sunset Overdrive. Then they went back to Ratchet. Only one Ratchet this gen. And then they gave us Spider-Man. So I feel that the developers, at least on the PlayStation side, they haven't milked the franchises. And because of that, we haven't got as many games. So I'm not telling them to give us more, but I think it's a healthy pace, as you can see. Because the PS4 outsold the PS3. with this new strategy. You know, and it's still crowded because we still have a lot of fucking games. We just got The Last of Us, and this month, next week, we're getting Ghost of Tsushima. So that's fucking crazy. Don't know if I'm gonna play anything today. I might fuck around on Dreams, see what the fuck we can get. I do, you know what? We're gonna take a not a trolling look at Dreams. We're gonna take a serious look at Dreams, so I could show you what the vision of it is. So you know what Game Pass is. We all know that. We know that sometimes third, second, and of course first-party studios and devs, they put their games on there. Game Pass is a subscription service. You pay one price per month or per year, and then you get a certain amount of games. Well, you get games that you have access to. You don't really own the games unless you buy them from Game Pass at a reduced price because you're subscribed to Game Pass. But if you don't buy them, you don't own them. The thing is, we all know there's not enough people buying the games off of Game Pass after they already have it available for free. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of similar to, very similar actually, to the PC method. So PC fans have told me many times that they will pirate a game to see if they like it, and after they have pirated the game and played it, if they like the game that they pirated, that they already have access to, they will go out and buy the game to support the developer. That's bullshit. The majority of the people that pirate something won't go back and buy it because they already got to experience it. So that's the same thing as people that subscribe to Game Pass saying, hey, I have Game Pass, I have access to this game, I played this game, let me turn around and buy it at a reduced price. They're not going to do that because you already save money on the subscription and you already experienced the game or played it. You don't have to buy it, and the majority of the time they don't. That's why we don't get any sales reports from any games that automatically go to Game Pass. When they're released and they go straight to Game Pass, we don't get any updates for those games because no one's buying them over there. And if they're not buying them, we can't get a number. It's the same thing as when a movie or a TV show is on Netflix. The production studio doesn't come out and say this many people watched this movie on Netflix, so that equals to sales. No. We'll get this movie is hot, everybody's watching it on Netflix, it's the #1 movie on Netflix, something like that, or the #1 series on Netflix. But we never get anything like this movie has sold this much because this amount of people watched it. No, we don't get that anymore. So the reason why I'm on Dreams, obviously, is because Dreams is a game. It's a game with mini games inside of it. You could say most of those games are mini games. Some of them are full-length games with different scenes. This was one of my favorites, so I'm going to play this. It's called Mental Metal. It's basically Twisted Metal, but obviously I want to change the name. So I'm gonna show this, and then I'm gonna show some other stuff. When Dreams first came out, and a lot of people pretended like they didn't know what it was, there were a lot of Xbox fans that did not think this was a good game. And this goes into what has been happening with me on Twitter. I'm supposed to be getting $20 from a bet from this guy on Twitter. He bet me. And yes, by the way, I still have my Twitter account. It never got suspended. Basically, I changed my name, and I put HD at the end of it, you know, kind of like my PSN and my Twitch name to make it easier. And then, of course, when I changed my name, my original JaytechTV name was available. And obviously, since people hate me so much, I would not think that anybody would use the name. But obviously it was a PC fan that used the name and then tried to make me look bad. So I reported my original name on Twitter and the account got suspended. So I just have to wait a little bit more time until the account is completely gone, and then I can go back to using that name if I feel like it. So, I might go back to change it. It just really doesn't matter. Everybody is still following me on Twitter. I got 1,500 followers. That's good enough. I've always been about having a small circle. That's just me. I'm not seeking world domination or anything. So long story short, it seems to be an Xbox fan, and I don't know his name, but I know he's a part of the Crumb side because only Crumb side people do that type of shit with the betting. They love that betting shit. So, and I've already got that confirmation because he claims that he bet broken games about Ghost of Tsushima not getting past a 75 on Metacritic next week. He said he bet him $25. Me personally, I would love a big payday, so I would bet this dude $200 fucking dollars that Ghost of Tsushima gets past a 75 on Metacritic next week. I don't see that shit sitting anywhere in the 70s. It could be in the 80s. Me and Adam, deep down, we believe that the game definitely will be a 90 or higher. But as far as being realistic, I think it'll be in the 80s. It could be in the early 80s or the mid 80s. That's because I don't believe every journalist and every reviewer will understand the game or like the game. And if they don't like it, again, doesn't mean they're a gamer, and they don't understand it, also, it doesn't mean they're a gamer. They have the authority to give it a bad score. We all understand how games are when they get bad scores. Just because the journalist or the reviewer gives it a bad score doesn't mean the game is bad. They did the same thing with Days Gone, and I finished the game and platinumed it. It was not that bad. If it was bad, like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I would have gave up on it after 40 hours. So I gave Assassin's Creed 40 hours of my life that I can't get back, and I did not complete it. I don't know if I even came halfway to completing it. Yeah, it was a bad game to me. And I have that proof on YouTube. So the guy wants to bet me. Well, I told the guy I would bet him $20. He was trying to make an excuse. Hey, you block people too much. How do I know if you're going to be honest on your bet? Well, I will be honest on my bet, and I haven't blocked him back. Don't really care about the bet. I don't care if he honors it or not. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to shit on this guy. And I don't normally come after people. I normally don't make videos about people like that. But I will be doing it because he's an Xbox fan with unrealistic expectations on PlayStation exclusives in general. So yeah, this is a Twisted Metal game, and I'm not playing it very nicely. So they made a Twisted Metal type game on Dreams. And there are other Twisted Metal games on Dreams. The car looks amazing, as you can see. My thing is, Dreams is anything you want it to be. Once they start giving this game away for free, which is something I hope they do, you will have even more creators. I've talked to Adam about this. They spend a lot of time making this game for PlayStation. It will be stupid for them to put it on PC. It would defeat the whole purpose. We know you can create video games on PC. We know they have a lot of engines on PC that are free, where they can make games. Dreams is given away for us. It was $40. If you want to go play it right now, it is $30. Probably at the end of the year, it'll be given away for PlayStation Plus, which I think it'll be the best thing ever. Later this month, it's going to get a VR update. People have already made first-person shooter content. Obviously, they remade or remastered games or franchises that they know and love. Obviously, I grew up playing Nintendo games, so I got a huge amount of Nintendo games in my playlist. Tons of racing games, because I love racing games. Love to enjoy those. A lot of heavy graphical games, because I really love showing off the fact that you don't have to make a game that's super colorful or like low polygon, like let's say like Minecraft, which also they recreated in Dreams perfectly. You could do anything you want. And I think that's important for people to be able to buy this game, do whatever the fuck they want afterwards, and make some masterpieces. I don't feel that they're losing any money on Dreams because of that, because you already paid for the game. It's $40 when it came out, $30 for the people that were a part of the early access. Now the game is down at 30. Soon it'll probably be a $20 game, and then after that, it definitely needs to go to PlayStation Plus for everybody that didn't want to buy the game to play it. Because whether you're gonna create shit or you're gonna be just like me and see all these amazing things, and then start put them in a playlist so you can play them later whenever you feel the itch to play some classic games or whatever, then that's what you do. Um, so this was made in the beta. I think you guys remember. This is a first-person shooter, very dark, very grim. I wanted to get back over here to. I gotta change this up real quick. So this is a first-person shooter. It's set in a neighborhood. Again, heavy on the graphic side. It looks really fucking good. Almost done with this shit. There you go. So I want to thank everybody that gave me thoughts and prayers on my cousin. She's not my cousin on my family side. She's a stepdaughter of my cousin, which is my uncle's son. So my uncle's son's ex-wife's daughter from before they got together, she got killed in a hit and run. It's kind of the second time that somebody that wasn't like 100% like my cousin, I don't know how you name that shit, got killed in DC by hit and run. I remember my other cousin, my younger cousin, which was he's the son of my mom's aunt, my mom's sister, sorry. He died also in a hit and run in DC. I don't know. It's just weird, you know. It really is. I don't think anybody should be speeding that quickly. You know, that's the problem that I have with driving. It's like, oh, I definitely can go and do all of that. I choose not to because it's fucking crazy. I get on the road and then someone else can take my life away by running into my fucking car or some shit like that. And I don't like that. It terrifies me. I think I've been in 2 accidents, and then I've came close to getting hit by a car about 2 different times in my life. And yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Keeps me healthy to walk or ride a bike. So that's a good thing. So I'm not fat. But yeah, man, hit and run suck. Hit and run suck. I want to say that there are games on Dreams that are better than games that are made by real developers on Game Pass. These developers require tons of money or use tons of money compared to these free games. And then they don't pan out and they're not good. One of those games will be Battletoads, which we know is a garbage game. Any game in this playlist looks better and plays better than Battletoads. They're still going to release it though. And for whatever reason, there's going to be a percentage of Xbox fans that feel that that game deserves some sort of defense. And I just don't see that. One second, let me put this in the time. I like that one. That's better. Can Halo Infinite. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Um, yeah, I want to thank everybody for being here. But yeah, in my opinion, the first one was way, way better than two. Yeah, I know. I mean, some people see it that way. I understand that. You know, you could say that about a lot of things. Like Final Fantasy, there's a huge debate whether 8 was better than 7 or 7 was better than 8. Me, honestly, I like 10 better than all of them. But I've already paid for it like fucking 3 times. So, I haven't paid for it again on the PS4. I'm waiting for the PS5 remaster, which I know is happening. That's why they remaster it so much, because there's actually a good Final Fantasy game. But as far as Halo, I mean, I think Halo hit its stride at 3. And then everything after 3 didn't need to be made, but they just continued to milk it. The thing about milk is if you don't have a good story, it's going to hurt the franchise as a whole. Most people just will stop caring about it. I'm on Dreams to ask people, in between big AAA games only on Xbox and PC, does Game Pass really give you any quality games? I mean, when you look over at PlayStation and what they're doing, does it make you, jealous at all? And that translates into the July event. You're going into this July event and you're heavily relying on Halo to make the event worth something. I just don't think that any event, whether it was the PS5 reveal or the PS4 reveal or the multiple E3s between 2013 and 2018, or the different PlayStation Experience events between 2014 and 2017. I just don't think that they were made up of just one game, and one game defined those expos or conventions or conferences. I just don't see that. The reason why we remember them, or the reason why they were good, because they were made up of multiple games. I believe that the PS5 reveal blew the PS4 reveal out the water with the amount of games that we got during the reveal of the console. Now, I gotta go back and look at 2013 because I don't really remember. We know that it was just better than Xbox, but I do gotta go back and watch that shit. Yeah, like I said, there are games and Dreams that would be considered indie quality. The thing I do like about Dreams is that there's not a lot of 2D pixel games. Not a lot of people do that on Dreams. So, you're going to have to compare them with some of the lower budget games that are on Game Pass, not the indies, not always the lower budget indie games. So, I'm just saying, like, okay, somebody made Crash Bandicoot in here. Pretty accurate. The fact of the matter is, on Dreams, I get a fix of a game that I might like to play, some classic games that I grew up playing. They look good enough for me to get a fix, and then I won't have to buy said game. Zelda, Mario, shit like that. I'm a fan of the classics. Some of the new shit they're doing, I don't really care for. But yeah, this is what Dreams is. Dreams has everything you want. You can play, like I said, Crash. You got fucking Zelda. What else the fuck do you got? Obviously, you got first-person shooters. You got pop culture. You got Pickle Rick from Rick and Morty. Somebody made. I got that shit at the beta. I think somebody made this during the alpha or something like that. Early access. Ninja Turtles. It's an underrated thing. It's a game, but it's very underrated. Like, a lot of people don't understand how amazing Dreams is, giving normal gamers these tools and them actually being able to create a lot of the things that they want to create. So it's really cool. We're gonna get up out of here and play a little Judgment, or shit, I'm about to play a fighting game or something. I don't know. Yeah, somebody's trying to recreate Little Big Planet, and I think they're doing a damn good job of that. Again, they just give you the tools. Obviously, when somebody makes an asset, you can use it. So, like this cluster of eggs, you can use that. You can remix it, change the color, all that shit. Some people, of course, are making their own original games. Everything in there they're making by themselves. Obviously, you got people that like Jurassic Park. They're making that shit. Trying to figure out what this one is. This is a first-person game, and it says that I played it before. Yeah, I have. It's first person. Obviously, it's 3D. And I'm just saying, with more people and more time, it can look even better. But as you can see, the first person one that I played from the beta, it was a narrow alleyway. You couldn't even go into the city. This one's even bigger. You can go to the side streets and stuff like that. Can you? Yes, you can. Yeah, I just, you know, why I support the dreams is because I know that there will be people making amazing things like this, and it blows my mind. You know, it blows my mind that they can create amazing things like this. It really does. Oh, you said this area is still in development, but at least I can go. Oh, there's the invisible wall. Fucking awesome. Oh boy. I think I'm done with dreams for today. I started so late. I really wanted to start early. I went to sleep so late playing this fucking Brick Breaker game. Let me see what I can do. I don't know if I do want to do anything. Maybe I'll pick out a game that would show off the quality of something. Not Erica. Not that. No. Well, Ghost is coming out, so we could go back into Infamous. I believe Sucker Punch is really underrated. After Infamous got me into knowing more about Sucker Punch. Obviously, I was not a Sly Cooper fan growing up because I was with Nintendo. I did play one Sly Cooper that was remastered for the PS3. I did like Ratchet and Clank more than Jak and Daxter and Sly. Again, that was just my preference when I came over. It was the guns, not the platforming. As far as Jak and Daxter, I did play and complete Daxter, the game on the PSP. I liked it. He's a cool character. The graphics were amazing for that time. But as far as Sucker Punch, when I saw Infamous at the E3 where it premiered, I can't even remember the year. I thought it was so cool. It was a superhero in an open world city, and I know I needed that fucking system, and I needed to buy the PS3 as soon as possible so I could play that game. I was impressed with the graphics. I remember that, but I also remember Part 2 being shown off shortly after, and the upgrade, the improvement to everything. I was just blown away. I was really, really blown away. They went all out. You know, they went all out on a lot of the stuff that they they went all out on a lot of stuff that they've been doing. That's just them. They had a Subway store. They had a game store that I thought was interesting. You know, that brought the city to life. Um, fucking bitch, don't do that. Part 2 was my favorite. If I could tell them to remaster or remake one, it would be part 2. Remaster that shit with this engine, and yeah, and go from there. Part 1 needs a full remake. Part 1 needs a full remake or reimagining. Cause yeah, that one. If you played Infamous 1, then you play Infamous 2. 1 was really bad. Once I moved over, I noticed that 1 was really fucking bad. Yeah, I did not like 1 after I played 2. They just improved upon everything. And with this one, obviously, this is a next generation game, so of course we know they improved upon a lot. Um, and it had new hardware, but they still did a pretty good job. There were a little bit more things I wish they did have. Like, you have amazing car models, but you can't drive any cars. Wasn't a big fan of that. I didn't like the character. I hated the story, to be honest. Not like hate. Let me say this. Coming off of the story of Cole McGrath that was from part 1 to part 2, this one didn't resonate with me at all. You know, the graphics, the gameplay, the powers, they were pretty cool. But I still think part 2 had the best powers. I think part 2 had ice and obviously electricity, and then it was like fire or something. Part 2 was just really good, man. And I didn't really understand the title for this. They said Second Son, which I did understand once I played it because you have 2 sons and one of the sons have powers. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people thought they were gonna make Infamous online and allow you to make your own character and have different powers, whatever powers you wanted. They never went that far. Now they're making Ghost of Tsushima, which is completely a different type of game. They've been making Infamous games for a long time, open world in a city, which obviously the map and the scope will not be bigger than Ghost of Tsushima, which I can't wait to see what they're doing. They're completely changing the type of games that they produce. So you got 2 slashes. You got a sideways slash and that. There's no real combos with it. It depends on the powers you get. Then your melee attack will look different. But it's just not. It just doesn't even matter. Let me go get this. For them to go to the samurai era and see, it's still only 2 slash attacks. They've never been the best in melee. This is what they've been the best at, shooting. Infamous has always been more of a shooting game. Over the shoulder, shooting with whatever powers you got. Of course, it might get boring a little bit, so you use your melee attack. But with Ghost of Tsushima, all these combos and mechanics they added for the melee is really going to test them out as a developer. And then from there, just like Horizon Zero Dawn did for Guerrilla Games, more people will acknowledge how great they are. They've been working on Ghost for a long time, obviously. This was a launch title. This came out in 2014. Ghost is coming out this year in 2020. They've been working on that for a long time, and I knew they liked Japanese culture. You saw it in a lot of their games, in every Infamous game, especially this game with the Chinatown and all the different samurai Easter eggs. They did have a lot of swords in this game too. So, but I didn't figure that they were going to go to a Japanese game. I thought they were just going to make another Infamous game. And that's what I was, that's what I wish for the developers over on Xbox. We should not be able to successfully predict what they're working on next. because the company wants them to only work on one game. If the company was giving them the freedom that they really needed, they would not have to be working only on one game. They could work on whatever the fuck they want. I'm glad Bungie left and stopped working on only Halo games. I'm glad that Epic Games got out of their deal and they stopped making only Gears games. Fable, they ended up making so many Fables that it was just really, really bad, and they closed down Lionhead Studios. So it's a downside to milking shit. Sometimes you're successful, like Nintendo, when it comes to Mario, Zelda, and Metroid, and they can make a lot of those games, and they still feel fresh, you know. Or it could be something like Gears and Halo, where you can't do that. Look at Gears 5. Look at the reception it got. Gears is top tier for the Halo community. For the Xbox community. It did not perform top tier. It was not celebrated top tier. The review scores were not top tier. It's sitting at an 84. Dreams has a higher score. Dreams has a higher score than Gears 5. That's the reality you're living in 2020. The game that you probably thought was horrible, this game right here, Dreams, has a higher score than Gears. Shit. You know what? I don't want to put that on screen, so I'm gonna make something. I thought it was really funny that a lot of people, I don't know. I mean, they put a lot of stock in, Gears, Halo, and Forza. And if that one game comes out that year, it's supposed to reset history. It's supposed to make people pay attention to Xbox. It's supposed to make people trade in their PlayStations. And then, hey, Xbox is back on top. And our side is going to win the console war. It's just, it takes time to win. For Xbox, it's going to take another generation or maybe two. These new studios that they acquired, they have to, make the mistakes. They have to succeed. They have to find out what their strengths and weaknesses are before they can start presenting masterpieces like Uncharted or a masterpiece like God of War or something like Ratchet and Clank. It's not going to happen overnight. So with the information that we're going to cover for gaming right now, it sucks for them. We're hearing reports from trusted industry insiders that initiative will not be at the Xbox July event, and so that means that we won't see what they're working on. From what the guy said, they only got started in 2018, and they're not ready to show anything yet. And I think that was obvious because we haven't got a teaser from them on any of the shit they're working on, or whatever they're working on. So, yeah, that's just, it is what it is. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious. They weren't going to be ready to show anything. I'm going to go home to Twitter and see what the fuck's going on. See any gaming news worthwhile, worth talking about. I see a lot of people are coming around on the Last of Us thing. There's some important information I wanted to talk about with the user reviews on Metacritic for The Last of Us, and how going forward a lot of that shit won't happen anymore. And I'm fucking excited. Okay, he's on Fancast. No, that's another great topic. That's another great topic to definitely play. I mean, to talk about. And that would be 60 frames per second versus 30 frames per second. I mean, 60 frames per second does look good, don't get me wrong. But a game doesn't have to be good just because it's 60. A game could be 30 frames and it's good. I mean, it goes back to the logic of when gaming was at its greatest before this gen, even before last gen, the golden age of gaming with the PS1, PS2. I don't think anybody gave a fuck about the frame rates. I don't think anybody said, "Hey, this game is bad because it's at 60 or it's not at 60." Okay, let me hop on camera. Yeah, I don't see that. I mean, Bloodborne is regarded as the best Souls games ever, and it's not at 60 frames. There are other Souls games in the Dark Souls series that are at 60 frames, and they're worse than this. They're scored worse than this. They sold less than this. I don't understand it. I don't feel like doing another folder or creating a folder again of games that are 60, but the fact of the matter is there are lots of games that are 60 and there's lots of games that are not. I own a good amount of 60 frames per second games, probably over 20. I think it's well over 20, and then the rest are 30. And again, it's up to the developer at the end of the day. Do they feel that the game needs to be 60 to tell the story, to experience the type of gameplay that they want to present, or do they think it would be better at 30? Now, for the next generation of gaming, you would expect more developers to try to push for 60, unless they're pushing for this other thing, which is ray tracing. Something I don't know much about and don't really care about. It's the same thing with HDR. It's been there for a long time. We had our HDR firmware update before the PS4 Pro came out. So I was using HDR on Infamous. On Infamous Second Son. Infamous Second Son had HDR, and it also has a frame rate mode. Actually, let me hop back on Infamous to show you this. So I think Ghost will probably have something similar with the type of action that it has. It might have a frame rate mode, and it might have a like a resolution mode. It definitely will have HDR. Ray tracing is different than HDR, and it's more demanding. So let me scroll down here to show you what's going on here. I want to go into a bigger scene, so yeah, there we go. We're going video brightness contrast. There we go. So this was a launch title. I was about to say the last one. Infamous Second Son has a frame rate mode. It also has HDR. It also has performance. So it could do higher resolution or better frame rate. Let me just pick better frame rate. And then the frame rate option right here, it's unlimited. It could be 30 frames per second limit, or yeah, unlimited. That's the only two that it has. I believe it did get a pro update. Infamous Second Son has the most options of a launch title. If this is the same team that made Infamous Second Son and they have more skill, on how to better take advantage of the PS4, I believe that they will have a frame rate option. This is probably the most important screen right here, and I should definitely take a screenshot of this. But yeah, I hate when PC fans say that we don't have games that are 60 frames. I hate that shit, because that's not true at all. Like, that is far from the truth. Far, far from it. Okay. Shit, that's the wrong scene. I'm just really drowsy today. Yeah, I hope that more devs go into better options. You know, I mean, look, people are gonna bitch either way. But if you give them options, they can't bitch but so much. You know, you can do frame rates, or you can do frame rates, or you can do resolution. I believe NAC 1 and 2 have that option. Neo has that option so far that I know. I will have to go out and see. Oh, Dreams has an option for frame rate and resolution. And they have that option also when they're creating the game. So they could create a game with resolution or frame rate in mind. I think Days Gone might have had that option by default. Obviously, Infamous First Light will have that option since Second Son had it. Let me see. Don't know. Oh, I know this one's 60. I do know that. Okay, Horizon Zero Dawn does have options like that. Let's hop into there. I want to see how deep those options are. I mean, Infamous always, I believe it had a higher frame rate on Second Son. Part 2. I don't remember it always being 30. Because sometimes it moved fast. From what I remember. So it might have had an unlock or unlimited frame rate where it reached 60 or reached higher than 30 sometimes. Okay, so general, blah blah blah, nope. Okay, let's see. So yeah, here we go. So I favor graphics mode, which I'm playing at 1080p because I'm capturing for you guys. So it renders the game in 2160p checkerboard resolution. Super samples to your display resolution if your display is not supported by 4K. Performance right here renders the game with a smoother frame rate and with enhanced graphical features. So you have two. So I'm gonna go with this, and it also has HDR, but again, I'm using the Elgato, so I can't show you that, and it wouldn't look right if you don't have a HDR display. Got the brightness on, show headpiece on, I guess. So that's what it has. Let me go to continue and see if it looks better, and I'll let you guys know. But I do believe their bigger games, they have to talk to the studios and make sure you have that option. Shit, if it's 1080p 60, I'm fucking cool with it. But I don't think that the first party should feel that they have to heavily invest into ray tracing in order to feel that their game is next gen. You know, if it's going to fuck up the other element of next gen, which would be frame rates. I don't think it's 60. And I don't think it's higher than 30. Obviously, we know the PC version will be. And the enhanced version... No, I think... No. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's definitely higher than 30. Okay, yeah, that's definitely higher than 30. But not by much. It's definitely... I don't think it's 60. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. I got 3 I can put 3 arrows on my bow. This is a really good bow. I should just wait till the sun comes up. Man, look at this fucking game. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the sun comes up. Day and night cycle is amazing on here. I really thought the attention to detail on her outfit was really great. The beads on the necklace always moving. The feathers or the fur always moving. Really nice. I think they did a great job on the the Aloy character model. Obviously, the hair is always moving. I think they could have did better with the water, not the reflections, but more interactions, better ripples. Um, it looks good though. The water definitely looks good. I'm hoping that there's more climbing on part 2. So, what is this? Okay, I don't understand what that is. Is somebody trying to lure me to a fucking trap? Oh, okay, these hunters. So, we were hearing rumors that part 2 would be similar to Monster Hunter, even though part 1 is basically like Monster Hunter. If you think about it, you take down the machines and you use the machines parts to decorate your bow and arrow or your weapon. As you can see, this person has what I believe to be a great sword. This person has a bow and arrow. Uh, their shoulder blades seem to be decorated with parts and pieces from um, other robots. I think it's a great idea. I mean, if you remember, Aloy was included in Monster Hunter because the games are pretty similar. The only difference in this game is it was only single player, it was not multiplayer. They could have added a multiplayer feature. Run around in certain sections of the map with a group and take down some of these machines together. Um, I think that would be great. I don't want to be forced to only use the bow and arrow next time. I know you have what is it? You have the staff, but theirs was hammers and swords and all these other types of weapons that I wish that they allowed Aloy to buy and upgrade. Of course, I understand the PC community probably mod that in, but it's not the same as having it available. So I'm a big fan of swords. I mean, you basically using this staff as a sword. You're holding it at the lower part, not at the middle. As you can see, the combos are pretty nice. Yeah, the combos are pretty nice. It could be a little bit better. I do believe that it's not stuck at 30, because at some points it looks like it's moving a lot smoother than 30, but not by much. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm already maxed out on everything. Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah, this is my favorite fucking outfit right here. This is my favorite fucking outfit. I'm about to switch to that shit. Oh, this is the outfit that I got for the DLC. I don't wear it a lot. It's not like my favorite outfit. I like this one is good because for the defense, but this one is still like my favorite. Yes, still my favorite outfit. It's the best looking one. I don't care what. Oh shit. Wow. Can't believe how good this game still looks. I think the PC fans are in for a treat if they support the game. I hope they actually buy it, but that's a tall order to ask for these idiots. They don't even understand. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Okay, I'm just reading the chat. Sorry, man. We don't have the full staff of the Legion to help me out with this. Thanks, Ryan. You said you love the lives. Um, who? Bitch. There was some stuff they could have done a little bit better. But as far as their first game away from Killzone, this was amazing. Like the attention to detail, the grass, the trees, everything was really well done. It seems like the sun is coming up finally. It's coming up from that. You can see the sun reflecting on a rock. Wow. That's a fucking beautiful sunset. Beautiful, man. Look at that. Wow. Damn. That looks great. You say God of War has two options? Oh, that's right. I gotta save the game. Oh. We should see. Quick save. Nah, I like manual save. I feel more comfortable on that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Favors resolution. Favors performance. Renders the game at 1080p resolution. This is checkerboard. Okay. So, okay. Okay, so God of War, if you play it in performance mode, it'll play at a higher resolution. Oh, that does look higher. Huh. Okay. Might be onto something there. That looks a little higher. I haven't ate shit. Oh. Okay, that is higher. Umar, thank you. Wow. That is really that is high. That's definitely higher than 30. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's higher than 30. Yeah. Horizon doesn't go higher than 30. God of War went higher than 30. I expect Horizon to be at 60 for the PS5 enhancement. God of War to be at 60. That's another game people are not talking about. A lot of people are not talking about. Wow. Okay. Wow. That's definitely higher. Why didn't a lot of people talk about this? Wow, that is really nice. This is really nice. I feel like I don't want to, like, because I got all these other games and Ghosts is coming up, but I feel like I want to play this game again at this resolution option. I mean, at this frame rate option. Wow, that is really nice. Whoa. Okay. Game still looks great. The fuck? Nobody told me about this shit. Look at all this fucking water. This game is fucking beautiful. Oh, that's that fucking turtle. She don't want me over there. She does not want me over there. Well, I already beat all the Valkyries. I cannot say this is bad. Again, not saying 60 frames is bad. But a lot of the best games I played in 30. So that's just me. But it looked really, really good. I'm not, and again, Umar, thank you for letting me know. You said anywhere between 45 and 60 frames per second. It looks really, really good. The visuals are still there. You know. It's a tiny, stinky ass kid. You stink. That's some good shit. Okay, so we have we have options on knack. Obviously, we got 60 frames on Killzone Shadowfall, the multiplayer, but not the single player. We have a frame rate option on God of War. It's not locked at 60, but it does reach 60 a good amount of the time, I guess. It's definitely higher than 30 most of the time, from what I can see. So yeah, I don't think I can get. Yeah, I don't think I can get in there anymore. I can get in there. I can go back and fight the Valkyries and get back in the water. But it's not much to do after you beat the game unless you want to do the challenges again. And Helheim, I think. Did I just see a fish jump out the water? Wow. This frame rate option adds a whole nother level to the game. I mean, if they can achieve, you know, giving everybody an option, or making that a part of the hardware, which I would love. Making it a part of the hardware that it boosts games to 60 without forcing developers to have to make that decision or that option. Wow, this looks really fucking good. I haven't played this game since I beat it. Sometimes I just do one playthrough of a game, and then, you know, I'll allow myself to forget the game. And then when I play it again, it's brand new. And it, wow, this is a fucking beautiful game. Wow. Big, big, big shout out to Umar. Thank you, Umar. Thank you so much, man. I did not know God of War had this. I think fighting the Queen of the Valkyries might have been a little bit easier at 60. Or, again, the frame rate options. I'm not saying that it's always at 60, but whatever this frame rate option is, really, really fucking good. This fucking water looks amazing. Wow. They did their thing with this fucking game. They honestly did. They did amazing. Wow. Fucking awesome game. You don't get better than that. You don't get better than this. No, no, no. I hope you guys enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn. Whoever's gonna buy the game on PC, it is a great game. Obviously we have better games than Horizon, but Horizon is really, really good. I wish that had a 60 frames per. Why didn't that have a fucking option for that? We already know Gran Turismo has that option. And Wipeout. Both of these have 60 frames. Okay, Umar, enlighten me. Any other games? Oh, that's why. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm just hoping that let's go over here to settings. So I'm hoping it will be in like a sound and screen section, or it might have its own section for graphical enhancements or performance. Like yeah, it'll say performance, and it'll be on the PS5, hopefully. And it'll give you the option to automatically. Oh yeah, I know. The TV supports it. I just can't do it with the fucking Elgato. Um, damn, bro, amazing. I'm hoping it'll be over here, and maybe video output 60 frames option, or make it performance. You know, that would be fucking awesome. What's it fucking does? Oh, fuck out of here. Shit, it's almost time to go already. Okay. Hopefully today's a good day at work. Don't got time for stress. I did get a notification the basketball game finished downloading. I might play that tomorrow, test it out a little bit. Wow, look at this fucking game. Look at that. Doesn't get better. Doesn't get better. It just doesn't. Wow. 8 fucking days. Tomorrow will be 7 days. Yes! Finally! They have the option for the auto download. I don't know when it's going to be, but thank you. Finally. Goodness. Definitely taking a screenshot. Oh, would you look at that? Let's go deep dive into that shit, people. Whoa. Probably not going to want to miss this. There we go. Bonus content. Digital mini soundtrack. All of it seems to be ready. It all seems to be ready. Do we get to pre-download it now? Or how does that go? The 10th. The game comes out the 17th. If I am right about this, the 10th would be Friday. I get to pre-download this on Friday and have this on my hard drive. And that will be Friday at midnight. And that's this Friday. So they're allowing us to pre-download Ghost of Tsushima this Friday, 2 days from now. I can't fucking wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. That's probably the best news I saw all day. Can't wait. Day fucking 1. Let me go transfer all these screenshots off, because we're going to need that. Help the gaming community out. Know some shit. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Gotta love it. Okay. Let me go transfer these pictures, because I took a... And I'm glad I was able to catch this shot, because normally it loads into a video. For whatever reason today it didn't. Wow, man. Ghost of Tsushima. Pre-download that shit if you got the digital version starting this Friday. They're doing the same thing that they did with The Last of Us, giving us a whole week. A whole fucking week. That's really good. That's a whole week. I'm going to go back and take another screenshot at all the DLC. Wow, only 2 fucking days away until I can download everything. Look at all of the shit that we got. We get an avatar. So I get the Jin avatar. I will be switching to that. You get that as a pre-order bonus. As you already know, you get a dynamic theme with it, and you get all this other add-on. The funny thing about all of this is, there's a lot of content you're getting. You already have 2. I think you already have 2 themes that we got. I got one for pre-ordering it. I got one before that, and then I got... It looks like it's 4 themes. So I must have 2 that they're going to give me. No, it's just one. Okay, so it will be this Ghost of Tsushima samurai theme. Okay. Ooh. That's a lot of fucking content. There's one I want to see. There's this one right here. I want to see this. 7 pieces of content. Ghost of Tsushima, extra technique point, better health recovery, special horse, special sword, special saddle, special armor, golden mask. Yeah, you getting a lot of fucking shit. Look at all this stuff. Taking a screenshot of all of it. Getting a lot of stuff. Well, guys, it is time for me to go. Okay, if you have the digital version, you can pre-download it. I will have it on my hard drive midnight. I'm gonna take a amazing picture with all of these great games for this generation in a straight line. I thought I was gonna have to wait until next week to get that screenshot, but it looks like I won't. So that's awesome. That's really good. So we'll make sure everybody has all the info for the DLC. Remember, if you get the physical version that's not collector's edition, just get the standard one, get the standard digital. You still get the dynamic theme, you get a mini soundtrack, and you get like something else with it. So even if you don't get the digital deluxe or the collector's edition or the special edition physical, you're still gonna get a lot of content day one. That's why it's like 7 pieces of fucking content, because I'm getting the normal shit from the digital deluxe, but then the other stuff that everybody was gonna get anyway. Lot of stuff right there. I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. Hopefully I'll wake up better tomorrow so we can cover more stuff, and hopefully tomorrow's a more exciting day in the gaming industry and there's more news to be broken. Remember, Saturday we're gonna do the PlayStation Legion podcast. I don't know what game we're gonna feature, but I will have voting going on because I'm already done Last of Us. Sunday show, the first hour we're gonna cover as many topics as possible. Then the next hours we're gonna have to cover the Ubisoft event, which is also gonna be held on Sunday. So that will be Sunday at 3:00 p.m. We're gonna switch over to cover the Ubisoft event, but it's still gonna be a part of the same stream. We just won't be covering this week's gaming topics, which the good thing is not that many. But we are starting at 2:00 as always. I will see you guys tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then the day after that, Ghost of Tsushima should be downloaded and it'll be looking nice in the exclusives folder over here, and it will be replacing Infamous Second Son, and it will look fucking nice. It really, really will look nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to get that game. I can't fucking wait. Yeah, fucking awesome.